Good morning, and welcome to KidNuz. I'm Kevin. Today is Thursday, May 26th, 2022. And we begin with a big win for kids and the adults who care about them. Mackenzie Scott, former wife of Amazon founder Jeff Bezos, has just donated $122 million to Big Brothers Big Sisters of America. The organization, which has been around for more than a century, specializes in matching kids as young as 6 with adults in their community who act as role models. The pair then spends quality time together, doing everything from going to parks, movies, working on homework assignments, or simply hanging out. Ms. Scott, currently the 36th richest person in the world, made a pledge in 2019 to give away most of her fortune to charity. Over the last 3 years, she's donated $12 billion to over 1,200 organizations. Are you older or younger than the average car on America's roads? According to a new report by S&P Mobility, the average age of autos cruising the streets is 12.2 years old, higher than it's ever been. And the reason can be traced to semiconductor chips. Automakers use them to power everything, from radio touchscreens to airbags, LED headlights to seatbelts. But they're in short supply because of pandemic-related supply chain issues. So, while drivers may want to replace their aging wheels, many can't find what they're looking for, or even anything close. What's more, the lack of new cars has led to the sale of more used cars hitting the road, thus increasing the average age even more. A trend forecasters expect to continue over the next couple years. America's roads are getting busier, and soon its skies will be too. Walmart has announced it's expanding its drone-up delivery program to 34 sites across 6 U.S. states. By the end of this year, participating stores in Arizona, Arkansas, Florida, Texas, Utah, and Virginia will charge an extra $3.99 to have up to 10 pounds of purchases airdropped, sometimes in as little as 30 minutes. The superstore says tens of thousands of items will be eligible, and if it fits safely, it flies. Topping that list, at one of the current drone store hubs, Hamburger Helper, leading the company to cite quick weeknight meal ingredients as well as emergency supplies as one of its program's most popular uses. Fans attending Tuesday night's NBA playoff game in Dallas, Texas, experienced a rarity in professional basketball: a rain delay. The second half of Game 4 between the Warriors and the Mavericks started 16 minutes late as cleanup crews climbed along a catwalk to try and plug a leak in the arena ceiling. It's actually the venue's second such rain delay since March. How did the players pass the time while staying in the zone? Rival superstars Steph Curry and Luka Doncic chatted on the free throw line, while a couple of Maverick players showed off some ball tricks on the court. And, perhaps harking back to their playground days, a few of the Warriors players passed the time playing a spirited game of rock, paper, scissors. In other KidNuz notes, one of television's most famous faces is signing off the airways today. Comedian Ellen DeGeneres is ending her once top-rated talk show after 19 seasons and 3,200 episodes. One of her guests on the final show happens to also have been a guest on her very first show, actress Jennifer Aniston. Also joining her to say goodbye is singer Pink, who wrote the show's theme song. And move over, Doctor Strange, action star Tom Cruise, who the New York Times recently dubbed Hollywood's last real movie star, is predicted to take movie theaters by storm this weekend with his latest film, Top Gun: Maverick. It's a long overdue sequel to the hugely popular 1980s hit Top Gun, which no doubt your parents or grandparents remember. Strong ticket pre-sales and a 97% fresh rating on Rotten Tomatoes are leading forecasters to predict Mr. Cruise's first ever $100 million opening weekend. That's it for KidNuz. Now, today's KidNuz quiz, generously sponsored by the Osterloh family of Arlington, Virginia, who'd like us to give a very special 11th birthday shout-out to Madeline from Mom, Dad, and Brother Emsley. They're wishing the happiest birthday to their wonderfully unique and creative girl. And Madeline, They also want you to know you simply rock, and they love you to the moon and back. The KidNuz team also went in on the celebration, and we hope you have a wonderful day. Now, today's quiz. What's the latest organization to receive a big donation from Mackenzie Scott? Big Brothers, Big Sisters of America. How old is the average car on America's roadways? 12.2 years. Some Walmart shoppers will soon be able to get a delivery by drone in as little as how many minutes? 30. Who wrote the theme song for Ellen DeGeneres' talk show? Pink. And in our KidNuz kicker, Maryland resident Carol Lessons could barely believe her eyes the other day when she looked outside and spotted a black bear in her own backyard. The gentle-seeming cub was mostly minding its own business, busily munching seeds out of a bird feeder. The stunned homeowner reported the fuzzy intruder to local authorities, who say it's not surprising this time of year to find young adult male bears venturing out in search of their own territory, like teenagers trying to find their way. As for the stunned homeowner, she managed to post a pretty cute video to Facebook and told the Washington Post, "I just wanted to go out and give it a big ol' hug. It looks so adorable. But I wouldn't do that. I'm not crazy." Again, happy birthday to Madeline Osterloh of Arlington, Virginia. And a big hello to our terrific teachers and their students. Miss Silva at Contour Elementary in Contour Creek, California. Mrs. Cooper at Lake George Charter School in Lake George, Colorado. Mrs. Parmentier at New Haven Elementary in New Haven, Missouri. Ms. Tin at Gems World Academy, Chicago in Chicago, Illinois. And Miss Kirkpatrick's Buccaneers at Miss Pillion Elementary in Milford, Delaware. Thanks for listening, everyone. We hope you tune in for more KidNuz tomorrow morning.